So it says here that you're suing for 50% custody and that you're a, quote, great dad. What kind of a dad could what kind of a father are you? Why would I believe that?
I mean, I do it all. I do it all, y'all. I'm a super dad. I mean, super dad. I'm talking about Batman dad, Spider-Man dad. You understand what I'm saying, Yana?
Excuse me, your hors d'oeuvres. Can I say something?
Well, Super Dad, I'm going to consider that photo abuse of the children because they were too close to the barbecue grill.
I read my baby's bedtime stories in bed.
Do you expect for me to really believe you read to the children?
Your officer, can I say something?
I'll let you convict him in a second.
This is preposterous.
What was that word?
Preposterous.
Well, preposterously, hand over your credit cards.
He needs to hand over his EBT, Green Dot, and Netflix codes, too.
Oh, he has Cash App, does he?
How am I supposed to pay my rent, my bills? How am I supposed to get to work?
You need to quit those little jobs anyway and stop trying to go to school to be a doctor.
This is preposterous.
Well, it's not my fault you weren't on your A game. So, hand over the house.
Preposterous. I'm getting older, and she's getting younger. With my money.
Yes, well, I'm going to consider that compliment to her as abuse. Hand over your driver's license and your car.
Yana, please. What about me?
I don't want that old car. I need a brand new 2035 model.
And the shirt off your back, sir.
What else is y'all gonna take from me? The tattoos off my skin? Damn, that's cold, Yana. I mean, do I ever get to see my kid?
Yes, now, it says here that she has 3 children, and, they're all yours.
And Mr. Wong's.
Why?
At least Mr. Wang's feet don't stink after working 18 hours.
Why?
Who's Mr. Wong?
Just look at these two. You can tell they ain't mine.
Well, I'm gonna make you pay child support for all three anyway. Case dismissed. This is Father's Time for A-Game TV. Looks like they gave him the Kanye Cosby. Wow. Could you tell us just what happened in there to you today, sir?
I feel 60 years older. I really need to get on my A game.
Come on, y'all, let's go get you a new daddy.
You should try A-Game. Yep, it's an all-natural supplement that'll help you get your energy, go back in there and win.
I feel great again. I feel like myself. I feel like I'm on my A game.
A-Game will keep you out of custody court.
No, it won't.
Okay, maybe it won't, but it sure will give you the natural energy and vitality you'll need to stand up under the pressure.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hi, why is this like this every time? Right before I come on camera, the necklace go to the side. Anyway, it want to be on camera too. How's everybody doing this Tuesday? Is everybody good this Tuesday? And thank you so much, Twan, for kicking off the contributions with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you. We got a good one for you today because I want to talk about the professional victimhood that a lot of black women employ. And they do it in a lot of different ways. They do it in a lot of different areas in their lives. Being a victim. Just victimhood. And when you're a victim, you can never be blamed for your victimhood status. You can never be blamed for what you do as a result of being a victim, and you can't be held accountable. And that's the real appeal for victimhood. Hey, Miss Chantel, I see you, sweetheart. I see you, Miss Chantel. Miss Chantel be going in. So if you want to get some cooking, some Caribbean cooking, you can go to Chantel. She got the menu for you. She got the oxtails on deck. I got the collard greens. She got the oxtails. You know, I'm going to answer something because this is important. This is important. Do I ever have anything nice to say about black women? Yes. And a matter of fact, I do. Lionesses are awesome. Awesome. But the something nice to say. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. Blaming external sources are a great excuse to skirt personal responsibility for one's actions. Exactly. And we're going to definitely get to it. Do I have anything nice to say? Do we want something nice said to us? Or do we want the truth said to us? Which one brings about our edification? Which one brings about our betterment? Which one helps us the most in life, whether it be personal, individually, as a group of women? Which thing actually helps us the most? Something nice or something truthful? Because I can talk nice. We can say nice. Black women are the most wonderful women in the whole wide world. We're the best women in the entire world. Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much. We the most beautiful women in the whole wide world. We the blueprint for what women should be. I would love to be able to say those nice things. If only Black women collectively understood that about themselves and acted according to that, we'd be in business. Because Black women as a collective need to understand that we have been the blueprint for what womanhood should be and what femininity should be, and the face of holding our families together, the face of holding our communities together. The best mothers, the best cooks, the best wives. You know, at one point we held that. At one point, that was who we were. That was who we really were. Thank you, Miss Beth Shua said things would be nicer if many of us weren't hyenas. Precisely. And I'm trying to get Black women back to that point. Because right now, as it stands, what we've done is we have embodied and embraced a value system and a mindset that has robbed us of every vestige of our femininity and our womanhood. All the things that made us great. All the things that made us the envy of other women. If only we understood how beautiful we were. If only we understood how important we were to our communities, to our families, to our children, to our men. If only Black women understood that, we'd be having a different conversation. So we're well beyond the point of nice. Now we're at the point of truth. Because that is what we have been denying ourselves and what has been denied to us. Truth. The truth. That it's not a good look when we come outside with our bonnets on. The truth. It's not a good look for Keke Palmer to be on SNL presenting a baby bump and she don't have a committed relationship. You don't see Taylor Swift coming out doing that. You don't see nobody else coming out doing that. And Poe Thing, she being celebrated. We celebrated that like we celebrated Tia Mowry breaking her relationship. We celebrate it. We celebrate all the things that destroy us and debase us. Keke Palmer had a baby bump reveal. What about the wedding reveal? Reveal a husband. Reveal a husband. Reveal a committed relationship. When we come together to co-sign foolishness, it make us look foolish as a group of women. We should have been silent. Like, girl, what are you doing? Where are all the people around Miss Palmer to tell her that's not a good look, baby? It's not good, beloved. It's not good. We gotta do better. We got to do better as a group of women. We cannot maintain the mantle and tell ourselves that we queens and we're in charge and we're this and we're that, but we don't actually live up to the meaning of that. We got to be able to live up to that. Thank you, Datorian says it's like a poor person who go out and buy designer brands but doesn't want to be told how to better themselves to make more money. Just tell me my Balenciaga look good on me and shut up. Exactly. We have to become better women. Black women can no longer settle for being the bottom of the barrel and trying to convince the world that we are the cream of the crop. Because when you really the cream of the crop, you don't gotta tell nobody. You don't even have to say it. Our actions and our excellence will speak for us. The strength of our relationships and the building of our families will speak for us. If we were really who we needed to be, passport bros would not be in effect the way that it is. You would get black men say, oh, we ain't going nowhere. No, we got the best women. Why go somewhere to do what? To get what? Second rate? Who travels to get second rate? We got the best one available. We got the best woman anybody could want. Thank you, Pharaoh. But in order to reach that status, see, we wouldn't have to call ourselves queens in front of nobody, because everybody would be looking and saying, black women got it. Black women got it. How do we get it? By making sure that we are living by the 10 life value system. I can't stress it enough. We have to get rid of the mindset that our oppressors have given us to live by. Told us to hate ourselves, told us to hate our men, told us to disregard our children, told us to leave our families, told us we didn't need our communities, that we didn't need support, that we didn't need help. That in effect, we weren't women like other women. That we were somehow cast out of the nature of being women. So we can come to nice after we accept and embrace some truth. Then we can get to nice. Nice is true. Truth is nice. The truth is nice. The truth is nice. That's what we need. Dosages of the truth to get our heads out of the sand, to open our eyes so we can see exactly what's going on around us, what's being done to us, what we do to ourselves, what we accept for ourselves, which is really what today's show is about. What we do to ourselves, and then we cry wolf, and we cry victim, and we cry foul. And we want somebody to cry for us. and to have mercy and take pity. We all over social media playing the victim Olympics. We ain't going for the gold, we going for the platinum. They ain't even got a platinum, but we going for it. We done with nice. The lost value system is not nice. It's a ruin and a destruction. It's not nice. Let me show you a video that I had tuned up for you guys. Thank you, Woke Quill. A victimhood mentality has done more harm to the community than the Klan could dream of. Thank you so much, Woke Quill, for your contribution. Thank you. I got a video that I need to show you guys. And I want you to listen very carefully to what's being said here, because we're going to point out a few things today. Here we go. Let me here.
So, hi, I'm doing this video. Let me get this off. I'm doing this video just to speak to the children or even young adults that are blaming their parents for the absentee parent, okay? I was married.
Now, right here, before she even gets started, because this is like a 6-minute long clip. Before she even really gets started, she's saying that she's about to talk to children or young adults who blame the present parent for the actions or the deeds of the absentee parent, or blame them for the parent being absent. So right away, she's trying to cover her tracks. Okay? Right away, that's what she's doing. We'll continue.
I had 4 kids. One prior to me being married. So I was with this guy for 23 years total. Married for 20. So he was an abuser. Okay. So I ended up marrying him, got 3 more kids. He was always mentally absent. Okay. He didn't want to be around. He cheated many times. And every time he would leave, things didn't go well for him. I would allow him to come back. But I was never good enough for him. But I was always the person he needed when he needed someone to rescue him. So 3 kids, I felt like I had a lot on the line. And I had to keep allowing this man to come back, but he was so abusive that one day I wanted to hurt myself. I left. When I left, he got back with me again, saying he was going to stop. Never stopped. He never changed and never went back up since then when it comes to his abuse. So we would have days that were good and days that were bad. But in total, I left him for a long time until once again he needed to be rescued and he was back in the house.
Okay. Now, we're going to stop that. We're going to stop this train right here. Let me pause and let me come on back. I'll come on back to you. We're going to pause that train at that station right there. For 20 years, this man was an abuser. So you had one child prior to meeting him. You met him. He was abusive from day one, from what you say. Because she never said, oh, there was a period of time where he wasn't like that and blah, 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 blah. No. He was abusive, and I ended up marrying him. See, it's the wording for me. I ended up marrying him. Just woke up one day and I was married to him. I didn't make that conscious decision to accept his proposal to me to be married. Oh, no. I didn't make that conscious decision to spend my time, introduce a so-called abuser to my first child. Who knows why that relationship didn't work, or what was the circumstances of that first child coming into being. We don't know that story. And I ended up marrying him and having 3 kids. Just one day, just boop, 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 3 kids, and boop, a marriage to a man who was abusing me. This is the type of crap that I'm tired of. Because see, when you're a victim, you can't be a volunteer, right? When you're a victim, you can't be blamed for nothing that go on. Because then that's victim blaming, right? He would leave, and then when he got back with me, not when I took him back. What happened to that? Not when I accepted him back into my life. After he proved to me that he was abusive to me. We don't know what the abuse was. The alleged abuse. We don't know what that was. Because she alluded to him emotionally not being there. That's what she alluded to. She never said he was skibbity papping. She never said none of that. Then she said he was cheating. Beloved, if that's the case from jump, how did you get 2 decades and 3 kids in? How'd that happen? How did it happen? You're skipping steps. That Etta James wig, there's a lot of lies going around that Etta James wig tonight. Okay? You're going to have to switch up. Switch your wig so we can get a better story out of it. Because right now, you coming with one, you know what I'm saying, 1/24th of a story, and I'm not feeling it. I'm going to need the truth at last. So we going to need the truth. He would need the rescuing. Why was you there for it? If he abusing you, he ain't no good. He out there in the streets. He got Community Johnson. But you there for it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That's just like, you know what that's just like? The little clips that I've been seeing of Young Jock and his wife. Now, his wife know who he is. Young Jock's wife know exactly who he is because she been with him for years. And all that running around that he was doing and all them babies that he had, she was stuck through like glue. Now all of a sudden, now that they got officially they married, now she got a problem with all of that stuff that he been doing since the day she met him. He ain't never been nobody else. Young Jock openly is admittedly communal peen. He get around. You married him and hang in the circle of women that he was getting around with. That's on you. Thank you, Frederick. Said past relationship traumas is all women go by. True men get the scraps. You know who these men are when you get with them and then you get mad at them for being who they are. Whoever they are. If he a cheating, low-down scoundrel and you knew that from day one, why you stay for day 2? Day 3, day 5, day 468. Why you still there? $20 years. So 20 years, 2 whole decades. I don't know who got that kind of time to waste. You've been sitting there being abused. Girl, if you don't knock it off, if you don't knock that off, you know what? We got a commercial break and then we're going to come back because I want y'all to hear the rest of it. I want you to hear the rest of it because we got a lot to talk about today. It may well come to a part 2 because we got a lot to discuss. But I'm going to try to get it in. But after these messages, we'll be right back.
See, wherever I go, stay ready, stay alert, always prepared for whatever I see me. There's a seat right here, to see from all angles. I'm ready. It's time to get down to business. Game time.
Hi, honey. I know you just made it to the library, but love of my life, my hero, my lion, you forgot your A game. So come home, take it, and then you can go and conquer the world, black man. Oh, and one more thing. Would it kill you to just wear some socks? I'm just saying. Love you. And can you bring home some milk?
Oh, man. She be killing me. Okay, I'll go back. I'm gonna get my A game. I'm not putting them socks on. I'm good. I'm fly. I'm fresh. I'm gonna stop at 7-Eleven and get some milk.
We back. And did we get socks? Did we stop and get socks? Did we stop and get milk? Did we stop and get our A game? A game. A game. Okay. Did we get on our A game? Hopefully we did get on our A game, right? Because when we get on our A game, everything looks better, feels better, is better. A game is the number one. Listen, let me tell you something. The herbs in this do exactly, and I do mean exactly, what we say they do. When we say that a man's overall health is going to be supported, his overall health is supported. When we say that it's going to support his vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido, all 4 of those major areas are supported with A game. A very long-lasting formula. It is designed to be taken once every 72 hours. So you don't got to keep, timing it and all of that type of stuff. Set it on your calendar once every 72 hours. Remind you to take your A game. You take it and you go on about your day. And you will know the difference between an A game day and a non-A game day. Every man that I know, my brother takes it. Okay, my brother's like, listen, A game is the truth. Okay? And every man that I know personally, the men here in the chat, all of these men swear by A game because it works. It's all natural. There aren't any artificial ingredients. There aren't any animal byproducts or anything like that. Nothing to have a bunch of side effects or make him crash or do any of that little weird stuff that all of these other things do. A game is definitely 100% natural. A blend of 21 awesome herbs comprises A game. So if you want to become part of the A game family, all you got to do is click the link at the top of the chat at agameherbal.com. Please don't forget to get your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, and you can have A game delivered to you ASAP. Okay? Okay. I want to thank everyone. Did I miss any super chats or anything? Thank you, Frederick says she can't leave. Her back is broke. Thank you, Miss Lucky Maurice at Crimson Secure Fan Club. Thank you, sweetheart. So here's the thing. Let me go back to the video. Oh, before we go back to the video, I owe y'all something, right? I owe you a bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta because we got 386 likes. Let's get the other 400 or so likes in. It does us good in the algorithm, and it lets us, it lets the algorithm and YouTube do its thing to put this content in front of people who would love to watch it. So hitting the like button really helps to support the channel. So thank you very, very much for doing so. And we are going to get back to this video. Here we go.
All I am saying, sometimes the mother don't even know how to get out of her own situation. The mother doesn't even know what to do, trying to have a family with someone who's so disoriented, confused, abusive, and this person shares a lot of narcissistic, behavior and tendency or traits. Okay? I'm not a psychologist, but it took me a while to understand this man really displayed a lot of narcissist behaviors. Okay? So, did my kids know he wasn't good? Yes. They saw what he did to me and to them. It didn't stop, however, for my oldest to feel like I am to blame and that I am the reason he wasn't raised, to parent home. I'm the problem. I never left his side for 19 years, but I also had to be blamed for being a mother who worked to provide shelter and basic needs. Okay? So, it's not the job of the mother to tell you your father don't love you. It's not the job of the mother to destroy that view. I could not tell my kids the father didn't love them. All I had to do is doing my part, being a good mom, taking care of them. But I also told them it wasn't your job for you to keep chasing after that man, to call him on the phone for him to check on you.
It wasn't your kid's job, but it was your job. You did it. See, they only patterning so-called. Let's just assume that some of what she's saying is true. They're going after what you did, correct? Did you or did you not chase after him for a whole 20 years? So if you're talking about one of your oldest children, they would be patterning after the dysfunction they saw you involved in. And I'm tired of everybody knowing what a narcissist is. I'm sick of that. Like, we tired of that. And yes, this woman, whoever picked up on her accent, she is Haitian. Because we're going to get a little bit to the rest of her TikToks. Okay? Because she on here right now wanting to be a victim. But all of them previous videos got her caked up, cupcaked up. And I saw some more that was real interesting. But we got a lot to say. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let this play some more.
When I realized this man was using the kids as a weapon for me, because every time we would have a conversation about how he would do to be a part of their lives, that's when he would go into his, silent treatment with me. That's when he would completely ignore the kids. That's when he would disappear in the face of the earth because he really didn't want to have anything to do with the kids. I realized this man not only could not love me, but he could not even love his own children. So I could not tell these kids, this man don't care for you, even when he didn't. There are times I said it in different ways.
Now, she just said about her mouth that it wasn't her job to tell her kids that their father didn't love them. And then she just said it. Even though I said it in different ways. So either you said it or you didn't say it. Because we don't want to hear about how you alluded to it. You understand what I mean? So you said it is what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is I told them over and over and over again that they daddy wasn't sugar honey iced tea because he wasn't no good to me. So I needed them on my side. So I was trying to convince them the whole time that not only was he not a good husband, he wasn't a good father either. Continuing.
But they didn't get it. And I have one child who truly don't get it. So I'm telling you right now, get therapy. If you're a child or a young adult that's suffering from the absentee father, don't say my mom should have told me he didn't care. No. If we had done so, you would have hated us no matter what. So women like me get this hatred from their children for things like this. Oh, you didn't tell me he wasn't good enough. No. In your situation, you would have said you picked the wrong man, because that's what my oldest said. You're the one who chose him. You chose to go out with him knowing he wasn't good. Now he's living with his father because I could no longer live with him, because every abuse his father perpetrated on me, I had to feel from him. So I'm just saying, a lot of you are blaming your mother.
And that's where the cap fall off. That's really the part that I wanted y'all to hear. So I'm actually going to stop. You know what? I'm not going to stop sharing. Because I want y'all to see something. This is the same chick here that agree with this
Well,
chick.
hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes.
Now, she don't say nothing, so I'm not going to play this whole thing. But she sits there and nod with that stupid bonnet on her head. And she's nodding in agreement with this idiot over here. And we covered this idiot right here, okay? We've done that before, so we're not even going to get back into her. But what I wanted you to do, I'm going to mute it and let it play a little bit. And just watch her head nod. Hold on. Now, we see that. Now, I want to show you this. And I want y'all to look at this video real careful. Real careful. Now, why did I just show y'all this video? Hold on, let me stop sharing. Why did I just show y'all that? Let me see, did I miss any no. Why did I just show y'all that? The reason why I just showed you that little clip there is because this chick is up there cupcaked up with the band guys. The guys that's in the band. Each dude you saw her grinding and cupcaking with was one of the band members. How you groupied up for a local band? All up and down this woman's TikTok is nothing but her with different wigs on, different makeup on, agreeing with feminist stuff and doing TikTok challenges. And then the video about her telling her little story, that was the most recent one. Now all of a sudden, when she trying to get sympathy, she ain't got all that makeup on and all that type of stuff. And she got that bad wig on. And we supposed to have sympathy out of that. Here's what I really want to talk about. Okay? The reason why she was such a good example of what we really talking about today. Women consistently get into and seek out dysfunction in men and relationships. They consistently do it. It goes back to the video that I did earlier this morning when the young lady was talking about her friend and how her friend dismissed what would have been a healthy, functional relationship and made an excuse to get out of it. They consistently get into and seek out dysfunctional relationships, okay? Because they'll get around and they'll tell these stories of abuse. But what they don't like is for the question to then be asked of them, why are you caught up in that situation? What's your dysfunction? She said it at the end that her oldest held her accountable for her choices. She said he told her, you chose him. Knowing he wasn't good, you stayed. How is it that he the father wasn't in the children's life, but the oldest got a good enough relationship with the father to live with him? And just ironically, this is the child that you don't get along with. So that was the child that did not take your side automatically because you was his mama. He actually held you accountable, and it didn't matter that you was his mother. He became older and started seeing you as a woman, not just as his mom. He saw you as a chaotic woman that purposely was in a chaotic situation because you were chaotic and dysfunctional and you liked it. You kept going back to that well. By your own admission, you kept voluntarily coming back into a situation that you claim was toxic. Thank you, Philip said they love it, Kay. Without the abuse stories, they would get little attention. Attention is attention. Exactly. Thank you so much for your contribution, sweetheart. I want to talk about the driving force behind these women and constantly picking and trying to be in these so-called dysfunctional or abusive relationships. Because let's just be clear. The relationships that they spend the most time in are the most dysfunctional. Now, dysfunction is not the same thing as abuse. Let's clarify that. The relationships are dysfunctional, but they are not necessarily abusive. And if they are, the abuse is flowing both ways, because what she not telling you is how she cut him with her words. See, she'll never tell you about all the time she cussed him out in Haitian patois. She not going to tell you about that part. She not going to tell you about how many times she put her hands on him. Every time she, quote unquote, caught him cheating or this, that, and the third, or he was doing something she didn't want or didn't like. She didn't talk about how she was doing that. She didn't talk about how emotionally or verbally abusive she was in the situation. Because they love saying that a man was doing it to them without saying, well, I was doing it to him. So we were doing that to each other. He would cuss me out, but I turn around and cuss him out too. So we would be just standing there toe to toe going at it. I would hop mad and get up and, you know what I'm saying? And I had my little stuff to say. Oh, he cheated. So you never went outside that relationship? All of them times y'all was on a break, you never, as many guys as you was caked up with in that video in one night, you mean to tell me that type of sluttiness was kept in check with a man that was in and out? You better knock that off. You better knock all of that off. I want to talk about, again, the driving force behind this. We got a situation where women now are in unlimited chaos because they've tied chaos to leisure. And in the lost value system, leisure doesn't have what? For those of y'all who have been with me for a while, can you tell me, under the lost value system, what is attached to leisure? Thank you. Adrian King said it. No limit. See, when things are unlimited, let me break it back down. Women are naturally chaotic. We know this, right? Women are constantly in a state of chaos or wanting to be in chaos. And I'm talking about all women across the globe, because chaos is our nature. That is what we do. That's who we are. It's what we are. I don't care what culture she come from. That's biology. That's the biology. And since that's our nature, we are always in a state of chaos. even if our thoughts are chaotic before our actions are. Similarly, men are naturally orderly. So he's going to be in a constant state of attempting to apply order to things, even if it's just applying order to his thoughts. So all through the day, he's in a constant state of attempting to put order to things. Okay? Now, with that being said, underneath the lost value system, the way has been paved for a woman's unlimited amount of chaos. And this is really why I spoke before about women being married to social media and that being an outlet for her unlimited chaos. It provides a vehicle for her to experience that. All right? So it's unlimited leisure, which allows her to have unlimited chaos. Thank you, Chris 1911. So that's why fathers and husbands are so important. We present systems, order, and structure. Exactly. Which is exactly what I'm about to get to. So I'm working it up to that. Black women will fight submission to a man under the guise of, oh, you just want us to be slaves. Thank you so much, 39 Dina. Oh, you just want us to be slaves. Oh, you just want us to do this. Oh, it's just the patriarchy. Oh, this, that, and the third. All of these various excuses as to why they don't like the concept of submission. But I'm going to tell you why they really don't like the concept of submission, because I'm going to explain what submission really is in its essence. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. Here we go. The essence of submission is a woman's willingness to have order over her chaos. Submission is a woman's willingness to have order over her chaos. The main difference between a lioness and a hyena is that a lioness understands that her chaos, while it can never be gotten rid of and should never be gotten rid of, must have limits. Gotta have limits. Gotta have limits. It cannot be unlimited. Another word for unlimited is unbridled. Thank you, Professor Carlton. Said black women will sabotage a good relationship with a good man because their order feels like a prison to her chaos. Exactly, exactly. And thank you so much. Another word for unlimited is unbridled. Now we're back to the word bridled or bride. To be a bride means to be bridled to your man. So black women are not good brides because they are not willing to have their chaos bridled by a man's order. Do we get that? Unbridled is unlimited. When something is unlimited, it's unbridled. Unbridled joy, unbridled passion. When it doesn't have any fetters, when it has the potential to not have limits. To be bridled means to be connected to something that's going to give you a limit. There's a cap to it. There's a ceiling. There are boundaries. In other words, there's order. Lionesses make good brides because we're willing to have our chaos be bridled to the order of a man. Yes? Thank you, Datorian. This is why lionesses have a tendency to get married young. This is why we have a tendency to get married young. Most lionesses that I know got married in their 20s. Most lionesses that I know got married in their 20s. We get taken off the shelf quickly because we understand that we can't be on the shelf or else we'll be ruined as women. We know that. See, something deep down in us tell us. We feel the draw of the unbridled chaos. It's a draw. But we also feel the danger of it. We know it's dangerous. We know we cannot go into the abyss. We'll never come out. We will never come out. We will never come out of the abyss of the chaos. We just won't. It'll suck us in. It'll suck us dry, and we won't be no good to no man nowhere. We won't even be no good to ourselves. We understand intrinsically. Lionesses understand I need order be brought to me. I need it. So we will go look. We will put ourselves in position for men with order to bring it to us. That's why we don't do well with maggles. We don't do well with male hyenas because they don't produce enough order. They don't have enough system, order, and structure to do nothing with my chaos. I'm gonna overtake him. I'm gonna overwhelm him. He ain't got nothing for me. Nothing. The most he's gonna do is draw me further into chaos in a way that really destroys me. So we actually look for, lionesses look for the men with the most order, the most we can find. And we immediately go into, here's my chaos, please bring some order, please bring a cap, put a cap on that. Please put a cap on it. Put a cap on it so I can think. Put a cap on it so I can be a proper woman. Because I am an inexhaustible source of chaos. Women are inexhaustible sources of it. Just like men are inexhaustible sources of order. I'm going to always bring you some chaos. I'm going to always bring you that. I'm going to always do that. And the men who are the best leaders, you know what they understand? They not only understand that the women that they choose, the lioness that they choose, is going to always have chaos. He want her to have that. Put a 2 in the chat if you want to know why. Thank you, Eugene. Said ladies do not seem to understand that if they do not maintain peace for their men, then they will not have the peace they want. Chaos brings chaos. Peace brings peace. Exactly. And then there's a beautiful balance. Because men who are the best leaders, who have the most order, want women with chaos in them, so that that can be an outlet for his order. Because without chaos, he don't got nothing to bring order to. Without chaos, there's nothing for him to bring order to. Thank you so much, Miss Lucchese. So this live stream is worth gold. We are indeed an inexhaustible source of chaos, and we need our men to keep us bridled. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Miss Lucchese. See, we have to understand the nature of chaos. Chaos is not the opposite of peace. Chaos is not the opposite of peace. Chaos is not the opposite of peace. Chaos is the opposite of order. Chaos is not the opposite of peace. So when I say a woman got a chaos, that's just what we are. That don't mean she can't bring you peace. It's the chaos that bring you some peace, because it give a man a reason to have order. Because too much order is stagnation. The chaos gives him not only a reason to have order, it gives him a reason to create things. It gives him a reason to do stuff. It gives him a reason to problem solve. How many men would go crazy if there were never any problems for him to solve? If you never had another problem again as a man, would you be happy? I mean, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Every day, same old order. No problem to solve. Not a car problem. Thank you, Gold Manosphere. Hey, sweetheart, said chaos, curiosity equals fantasy land, and we as men like for our women to take us there for pleasure, but not live there because we need peace, order. Exactly. You just don't need all the dangerous, continuous, unlimited chaos. The difference between a man being with a hyena and a lioness is the hyena don't want her chaos limited. So she's gonna try to overwhelm him with it. Lionesses understand the need for the order for both her and him. We gonna pull him into some chaos, and then he gonna pull us into some order. Men, the whole humanity, the whole time human beings have been in this world, men have always desired to solve a problem. Men make problems to solve. They think of something and they say, you know what? I can improve on that. You know what? I can do something with that. You know what? That need to be something. I need. You understand? Men think that can be done better. That something about that, that can be done more efficiently. How can I do that? How do you think men came up with the wheel? How do you think they came up with harnesses and putting something in something? How do you think they came up with the earliest, simplest tools? Fulcrums, pulleys, tool systems to build things or carry things, or why do you think men did that? If men were cool with never solving no problems, we would not have evolved as a society. We just wouldn't have did it. He gotta put the world in order. And it's beautiful. It is a divine trait. It is divine masculine. It's a divine masculine trait. Because what did the Most High do? He create what? Order out of what? Chaos. In a constant state of creation, problem solving, and ordering. Thank you so much, Miss Love C. So this is so needful to understand. Even when parenting, when I see our baby girl in Fantasyland, I understand that's her nature. Sweet, innocent, playful, and tenderhearted. Excellent teaching. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So men want and need chaos so he can make order again. One of the best examples of that is the sexual arena. Men want their wives to pull them or invite them into the chaos of her fantasy. You don't want too much order in sex. That's when you want the passion. That's when you want the passion. That's when you want your woman to just walk into the room and just get on her knees out of the blue. Or just bend over out of the blue. Or just come through, every day she be having on her little lounge, little clothes and stuff like that, nothing special. And then one of them days you was home and she came through with the whole lingerie set out of the blue. That's her chaos. That's the chaos. And you be like, what? You like that. Men like that. They like that. It's the spice. It's the spontaneity. She done already did some stuff that you like. She's interrupted the order of the routine. She done interrupted that. Every day you get home, it be 5:30, you eat, you go into the thing, you exercise for 30 minutes, you come out, you drink something, you take a shower, you go. Okay, that's the order of it. Men like the order because it's predictable. But one of them times, he came back out and was expecting the same dinner. She said, oh, no. I'm dressed, and she dressed up. Where you going? We are going to go out to your favorite restaurant that we haven't been to for 4 years. It's the restaurant we were in when we first met. Remember that first date? And we going to that restaurant. So go back upstairs and put your clothes on so we can go. I already booked the reservations. He gonna be like, girl, you crazy. You crazy. Okay. Who told you to book a reservation? Now, do you want her doing that every day? No. No. Because then it's going to get on your nerve. Like, what is you doing? But every once and again, for her to interrupt that pattern, you be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. She being chaotic again. I get to solve it again. Sexually, you know, if we do missionary one more again. So one day we ain't about to do, and we not in the bedroom. She refused to go in the bedroom. We are right here on this couch, and that's what's gonna happen. Cause that's where we at. Kids is at their grandparents' house tonight. Thank you, Shocks112 said we going to Army and lose, gal. Yeah. He liked that. Thank you, College of Natural Health. Thank you so much. Men enjoy it because it gives them a reason to bring order. Women enjoy it because it's an outlet for chaos. Women cannot exist in a place where her chaos is never given expression, where it's never allowed, not even a little bit. We're gonna have to have that sexually, because that actually serves both parties. It's like being a volcano. The reason why the super volcano that makes up Yellowstone National Park hasn't blown is because of Old Faithful. Do we understand that? The reason why the super volcano that's underneath Yellowstone National Park has not blown us to smithereens is because Old Faithful and all of the rest of the thermal springs are outlets. It's a pressure valve. That's why it blow every hour. That's why they call it Old Faithful. It's both chaos and order at the same time. Thank you, Smarter Tech Man. Says slowly but surely you helping me and my wife out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and love to you and prayers to you. Old Faithful is an example of order and chaos. It's chaos because it's a valve for the pressure that's being built underground. It's order because it happened on time every hour. Boom. Boom. That's why they call it Old Faithful, because you can set your clock by it. Boom. Boom. It's predictable chaos. Yes? Thank you again, Shocks112. Old Faithful got me thinking it's the name of the old man from A Game. If that volcano never had those pressure valves, it's an extinction level event if it ever blows. It's an extinction level event if it ever blows. When we think about it in a spiritual way, that's why I brought up what the Most High does. Order, chaos. Order, chaos. Chaos and order. It's a cycle. Thank you, Protron. Said, could you do a show on women's chaos, the good and the bad? Thank you so much. Let me see. Because I want to take a look. When we read the KJV, okay, version, I'm sorry, that's the version I grew up with. When we read it, it says this. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. That right there. What is being explained? How the earth was in what? Chaos. Chaos. I'm going to read it again. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. The first part of the order was what? And God said what? Let there be light. And there was light. And there was light. Right? It was a void. It was in darkness. Women are represented by what? The moon, which does not have a light of its own. It is in darkness until the light of the sun shines on it. That's why we see the moon. That's why it goes in phases. And then that is why when it's a new moon, there's nothing in the sky. We can't see it. It's not that there's nothing in the sky. The moon is there. But we just can't see it because the sun is not shining any light. It's not reflecting anything. And then the moon starts its cycle again. What do women have? A cycle. Yes? So we understand that there is a chaos and then there is an order. Chaos is good, but it's bridled. It's good when it's bridled. It's good when it's bridled. It's good when it's bridled. I'm going to show y'all something else. Let me show y'all something.
Pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, The Lies of Feminism and
I want to bring, you know what? I'm going to show a different picture. Hold on. Because I want to talk about something real quick. I'm going to talk about something. I'll really show you what I'm talking about here. Excuse me for that. Come on now. Oh, I know what I did with it. I know what I did. I want to find a really good one. Now all of a sudden, it's not the one that I'm specifically thinking about, and the one that I actually want. But in any case, I wanted to show you, and I wanted to talk about real quick the cover of my book. We're going to use this picture. I'm going to make it real big so we can see it. I want y'all to be able to see this. Can y'all see this? I want y'all to be able to see this. Okay. When we take a look at this book cover, okay, you've got me, of course, but you've also got the background. Back here, this little circle is representative of the moon. As you can see, it's in the back, it's in the background. But what's in the foreground? What you can see is, you see these stripes and you see these streaks? That's the sunlight. I'm being covered by sunlight. Okay? I'm being covered by sunlight, and the sunlight is actually in the foreground. So what I have here is a representation of both feminine and masculine. The chaos of the feminine in the back being covered by the order of the masculine, represented by light in the front. A lot of thought went into this cover, not only the moon and the sun, but also in the background of this picture, that blue down there is representative of water. The moon has the greatest effect on what? The tide, the ocean, the water of the world. And we know that the oceans can be chaotic. It's deep. Let me stop sharing. The concepts of the masculine and the feminine, the order and the chaos, are really deep concepts. Thank you, CR, said yet another masterclass. Thank you, Child of Light, said the sun is in constant order with solar wind and sun flares being the chaos on its surface. Exactly. Thank you, Terenzo, said through Jehuti, men are connected to the moon, and a lot of people don't realize it, but the information is out there. Y'all are welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you again. College of Natural Health said, we women are a walking contradiction by nature. We will resist totally submitting to our men, but then resent them when they do not require us to submit by giving us too long a leash. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. That's why I said earlier, we are an inexhaustible source of chaos. We are an inexhaustible source of chaos. It is our very nature. We're going to always do it. It's always there. We can't get rid of it. We don't need to get rid of it, because if we got rid of it, there would be no balance. If women didn't have chaos, we wouldn't have femininity. That's the bottom line. If women did not have chaos, we would not have femininity. Thank you again, Terenzo said all four mutable elements create the fifth element, ether, which is sacred geometry within your book cover. Thank you so much. So, I've already held you in overtime. So what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting this short. And speaking of the book, go ahead and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, directly from the Crimson Cure website. It is on sale right now, and the books are going to start being available to ship on the 15th of December. So this is when we're going to start shipping them out and fulfilling orders. The book is also available on Amazon at the moment. And I just want to be able to just keep my subscribership just in a little bit of the loop about the digital version. Yes, it is up. Yes, it is there for sale. You can go right now to Amazon and you can purchase the book in Kindle format, in digital format. There are going to be some updates because Amazon is doing its thing in the background. And when I say Amazon is doing its thing in the background, we're going for bestseller, okay? We are going for bestseller on Amazon. So in order to do that, we're ramping up a campaign with Amazon. And so in that, there are a lot of working components and a lot of back-end things that Amazon is doing. So once you get the book, please understand that there are going to be updates and things like that to the file. Those updates are going to be free. Of course, you're not going to continue to be charged and all of that type of thing. But if you go and you purchase the digital copy, please do us a really, really big favor and also leave a comment, because you can leave a comment right when you purchase it, but you can also come back and edit your review after you've read it so that you can really have something more in depth to say after having experienced the book. So with that being said, I just want to reiterate the fact that you can get the copy of the book from the Crimson Cure. That's going to be a physical copy of the book that you order off of the Crimson Cure website. You can go to Amazon and get the digital copy as of now, okay? Also, I'm drawing everybody's attention to Black Lives Matter petition that we have going against them still for that $100 million theft that they committed upon the Black community. We're not going to forget that. We are headed for the next milestone of 15,000 signatures. Okay, 15,000 signatures is going to be our next milestone. Our goal, though, for the petition is 100,000 signatures, okay? So please go ahead. If you want to be a part of holding Black Lives Matter accountable, go ahead and click the link, sign it, and share it as well. I want to thank everyone for their contribution today. Very generous. I thank all of you for your support for the channel, your support for the book. It means a lot to us. It means everything to us. And we are so grateful for everyone's support, however you lend support. Doesn't matter if it's Cash App or PayPal or Super Chat or hitting the like button or sharing the stream. All of those things are very, very appreciated forms of support. Thank you so much, Life of Commerce. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Greatly appreciated. Last but not least, I want to give a warm thank you to my support team. I love them. These are a group of some of the most capable, excellent people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing and being associated with. So I thank them so much, because without them, there is no Crimson Cure here. Okay? So a warm thank you to them. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below.
Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.